Welcome back to another episode of the High Vibe Home Podcast. I'm your host, Nixie Marie, and I am your groovy guide to all things Feng Shui and holistic living. In today's episode, we're going to be exploring how to work with Qi inside of your home. Qi is the life force and the prana, and such a key factor when it comes to understanding the principles and the foundations of Feng Shui. In Feng Shui, we actually look to the front door as the mouth of your Qi. It is where all of the Qi comes into your space, and the goal of creating good Feng Shui is that everything around our home is actually feeling that Qi. So it's as if your home has a breath, an inhale and an exhale. And for those that are more visual, I like to say that when you inhale, all of that inhale comes through your front door. And the goal is for that inhale to circulate around all of your home, and so that the exhale is released out into that front door once again. It kind of creates this clockwise circular energy, and that is really the goal when we're cultivating good Qi in a space. So the objective here is to really create a harmonious and balanced environment that supports your well-being and help you achieve your goals by creating a high vibe space. Now, when it comes to Qi, this is also the life force that is everywhere. So when we inhale through our bodies and we exhale through our bodies, this is the life force and the Qi that is so important to us. So how do we work with Qi in our homes? And how do we really connect with Qi? How do we understand what Qi is? This is a really important question to ask yourself, because if you have never really thought of connecting with Qi or seeing the Qi in your space, this might be a new and unfamiliar way of looking at your home. So the key things that you want to think about when looking at Qi is that you always want to keep energy flowing. We want to make sure that Qi flows through your space. Like I said, that inhale and that exhale, in order for it to actually activate all of your space and to encourage a healthy flow of Qi. We want to make sure your home is well lit, well ventilated, and also free of clutter. This is why clutter clearing is so important when it comes to Feng Shui, and also why I suggest it pretty much every single time I talk about Feng Shui, especially working with my clients and students. Clutter clearing is the number one ritual to get in the habit of, because clutter actually creates negative Qi energy. So when we understand Qi, we realize there's actually two different types of Qi in our space. There's Sha Qi and there's Si Qi. Sha Qi is the negative Qi that we don't want, and Si Qi is the really happy, good energy that we do want in our spaces. And this is really the foundations of what makes up good Feng Shui. To keep that energy flowing and moving through your space, we want to make sure we have good access to natural light, and also keep those windows open from time to time to get fresh air inside of our spaces. Another big thing in Feng Shui is mirrors. We talk about mirrors a lot. There's a lot of different ways to look at mirrors. I could do a whole podcast, and perhaps I will, on the importance of mirrors. But for now, we want to talk about using mirrors to maximize your Qi. Mirrors are very powerful tools for directing and amplifying Qi. We want to place them strategically to reflect light and also energy, so that it's bouncing off of the wall that we place it. And it creates a sense of spaciousness and flow in our home. So if you have a small space, or you're working with a smaller area of your home, placing a larger mirror is going to help open up the space and activate the Qi. One thing we want to keep in mind is avoiding placing mirrors directly opposite of doors or windows, because this can cause the Qi to bounce back out of your living space. So instead, if you have a front door and you want to enhance the Qi and bring the Qi in, we can actually place a mirror above the door so that we're deflecting and pushing that light back into the home. Another focal point that we want to look at when we're talking about Qi is artwork. decorative objects, things that can help us anchor the energy in a room and create a sense of harmony and balance. So choose a focal point in each area of your home that resonates with your personal style and taste, and that can reflect the mood and energy you want to create in that space. So for example, if you want to feel peaceful and serene, and you just want to feel this sense of coming home to yourself, some really great pieces of artwork to put as a focal point would be a beachy scene, things that make you feel like you're in a Zen garden. So maybe we put a artwork or paintings of a Zen garden or cherry blossoms, anything that is going to be the intention of that space. So if you have a living room that you want to focus on that specific feeling, you want to use artwork as a focal point to create the good chi and how you want it to feel in your space. The next thing we want to focus on is plants. I recommend plants all the time because they represent the wood element, and they also boost the chi in our spaces because they literally create that life force energy that we need to not only have good oxygen within our lungs, but also to create a space that can breathe and have good airflow and air purifications, because plants are natural air purifiers and they can really help to balance out that energy in your space. So really choose plants that are suitable for your environment and that resonate with the energy that you want to cultivate. For example, plants with broad round leaves can help to balance the energy in a space that feels stagnant or stuck. So I like to say that don't go over your head with plants. If you cannot take care of a specific plant, I don't know what it is, but I am not good at taking care of succulents. So I don't often buy a lot of succulents because they just end up not making it, and that doesn't always feel fun when I'm constantly kind of killing these succulents. But my favorite plants are usually the taller plants, pothos, monsteras, bamboo leaves, and the things that I know are easier to well maintain. So make sure you have a good balance of plants in your space to boost the chi in your home. The last and final thing I want you to think about when we are working on focusing on how to work with chi in your home is a water feature. I often see this so many times working with my clients and my students that water features is the biggest thing we're missing in spaces. And when you think about it, we are made up of water, and our space needs water too. Our space can often feel dry, desolate. We could have dry, scaly skin, feel irritated, feel irritable if we don't have a good balance of the water feature inside of our home. Water is also a symbol of wealth, emotions, and prosperity when it comes to feng shui. So it can be a symbol of flow, abundance, and by adding a water feature such as a fountain or an aquarium or even artwork that symbolizes blue or black hues, we can actually help balance the energy in our home and create a sense of calm and tranquility. It's like living at the beach, just being calm and peaceful. So make sure that your water feature is obviously clean and well maintained, and place it in a location that feels natural and harmonious to you. So by working with chi in your home, you can create a living space that supports you physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and increase your well-being in life.